Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, Happy Kwanzaa, Happy New Year's, whenever I'm posting this. Anyways, Christmas Haul 2025. First, we got the Ghostbusters Ecto-1 Plasma Series and a Plasma Pack of the action figures. Alright, first, we will... Ecto-1. Alright, let's unbox this. Viola! Alright, so let's start with taking out all the parts. Oh! That went horrible. Ooh. So we got all the parts, and now we're getting to the goods. They put bands on it, really? Oh, give me a sec. Got it out of the box. Get out of here. Stinky. Anyways. If you can't tell, I am incredible. No way. It came with the gurney for the packs? Don't tell me. Don't. You're joking? You're actually joking. Okay. Cool. Anyways, so it looks like that opens, that opens, that opens, and that opens. See if I can get them open. I am gonna have so much fun with this. Alright, let's put on all the accessories here. See if I actually know how to do it. We now know that goes there. Trying to figure out the rest. We now have everything on the top. Let's go. Oh, here it is, fully assembled, and looks clean. I'm gonna see if it lights up. Cause, like, this is, like, perfectly set up for, like, being lit up, whatever you want to call it. I figure it would show on the bottom, and I don't see anything that would, like, open up. I don't know. I'm gonna have to Google this later to see if it actually lights up. Moving on from that, we're going to... for the action figures. And looking at them, they are incredibly detailed and amazing. We got the trap, we got the PKE, there's goggles in there? I don't see them. Okay, whatever, let's just unbox them. I found the goggles. Let's go. Alright, we're going with my favorite. Can you guess? Can you guess? Yeah, it's Egon, because he wears glasses like me. And also because he's a genius and he's cool, so. What? Why aren't these on the packs? Okay, whatever. Anyways, let's get Egon out. See if I can do this one-handedly. Nope, not having him. Alright, we've got him out, and look at that pack. That looks amazing. Hold on, let's take this off. Sorry, Egon. Look at that. Hold on, let me turn on my flash. There we go. Look at that. That is so ridiculously detailed. That's awesome. Now I think that we take this tiny little piece and we put it... I just spat everywhere. Anyways, and we put it into that. Now we have the wand. Bruh, sorry, I accidentally cut it off. Anyways, so now we have the wand, or whatever you want to call this. I don't remember what this is called. Correct me in the comments. But, I'm just gonna call this the Proton Blaster, because it attaches to the Proton Pack. Let me get my crusty nails out the way. And, man, they did a great job on this. Let's see what it looks like on Egon. So it has, alright, so it has, like, this little hole here that I guess goes into his back. Oh my gosh! They put metal into his back! Oh! And look at that. He was actually one of my Pinkins. He was one of my Pumpkins. And he looks amazing. They got folds in the suit. They got the zippers. They have whatever this is. The P-tube. I don't know. And they got his gloves. And his shoulder pads. And his boots. With laces if it'll focus. Oh, that's much easier. With laces. I am Egon. Why is he balding? Is he balding or is that just the reflection? He might be balding. I just broke him out. But he looks amazing. They have so much articulation. That is insane. Let's see what weird poses this man can do. I'm sorry, but we got to. We got the split thingamabob. Alright, enough messing around. We get that he has a lot of articulation. And if I'm counting right, he has like 27 plus. And he can be on a stand. They didn't come with stands. I guess you gotta buy those separately. Why? Just give them to me so, like, I can have them on my shelf or something. Ugh. Ugh. But look at that. They even gave him the logo. How far can I zoom? Whoa! Whoa, that's cool. If my hand will stop being shaky. Look at that. He's amazing. I love you, balding Egon. You look amazing. I'm so mean. Moving on to my second favorite. Wait. We're missing parts. Oh, wait. Maybe? Okay, we're cool. Everything just fell out when I took out Egon. Let's put these in a safer place. I don't know where, but just in a safer place. On the hood of the Cadillac. Good enough. Good enough. I just don't want to lose them on this bed. I don't want to find myself laying on top of them later. Anyway, so we're going to my second favorite. Who's it gonna be? You. Yeah. He was my favorite when I first saw the movie when I was like 3. I don't even know how old I was, but he's my favorite. So let's get him out. Stop looking at my hand. Alright, so I went ahead and put on his proton blaster. And look at him. I like how these gloves are almost like rubber. That is so... How far can I zoom in again? I can zoom in by 10 times. I don't need that. I don't think. But yeah, that's so cool. And they gave them their utility belts. And these hips, you can move them around too. So we can have him like sitting there like me in the back room, you know, with Withered Freddy, you know, that kind of stuff. And to those who agreed with me, you're wrong. I actually lay down and look at the camera. So, shame on you. You ought to be ashamed of yourself. Shame. We're kind of getting off track here. I just noticed that they actually have the letters on there. Focus! How far? Whoa. Whoa, that is so much more handy. Man, zooming in really far kind of makes him look funny. Much better. You go over with Egon now. Next, we will go... hold on. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo, catch a tiger by its toe. If it hollers, let it go. My mom told me to pick the very best one, and that is you. Alright, we're going with Ray next. That's sad. They stamped my man on the cheeks. On the cheeks! That was a very unnecessary zoom in. Don't mind that. I saw a hair. Don't mind that. Anyways, so of course he has his name on there. Wait, can I? That's blinding. That's fun. That is so cool. Oh my goodness. What a look. But look at him. Oh. That's okay. He's got the pee-pee tube. Amazing. Next! Okay, so these are held on by rubber bands, so I gotta be incredibly careful. Gonna try not to get my socks in frame. Anyways, he looks amazing. I like how he's smiling, too. He's the only one who is smiling. Not Venkman, not Spangler, and not Stains. He's happy. And of course, he's got the name Zeddemore, or Zedmore, however you say it. I'm not 100% sure. But he looks great. And he's got the pee-pee tube. And, of course, we got socks. No, not socks. Of course, we got all these accessories. And so, if I'm not mistaken, I could be wrong, but I'm pretty, yeah, these goggles can go on his head. So let's see what that looks like. And look at that. You could still see his eyebrows. And also, he's the only one I trust with the trap. Also the only one that I see carrying the trap. Anyways, let's give this PKE to Egon. Here you go. There we go. I'm great at transitions. Alright, so let's pull in the Ecto-1 here. I just hit one of them. Not sure who. So, if I'm not mistaken, these packs have slits in the bottom. So you can fit them on the gurney. So I guess let's try that. But my other question is, where do I put these accessories? Like, I guess I could put them on here somewhere, like maybe the trap back here and the goggles and the PKE here. I'm not 100% sure. I don't even know what I'm doing. And look at that. That looks amazing. So I put the PKE and the goggles in front and the trap in back. I wish this was like the cartoon series, the Real Ghostbusters, where I could just attach this ghost trap like onto the side here. That would be amazing. Alright. Oh no, it tipped over. Whatever shall I do? Anyways, so now it's time to see if this will actually fit in the back. Because these are kind of tall. So I guess let's find out. Right. Oh. Hold on. It's so hard to do this with one hand. Dang it! Anyways, so it's time to see if this will fit in the back. Okay, so I can get two back there, but the other ones are just too tall. So I might have to lay those down. I could be wrong. Alright, so I've got them all laying to the side. So let's see if we can fit them in there now. Alright, moment of truth. And it fits. Yeah, it fits. Yippee! Quick thing. Real quick. Quick thing real quick. I made a Discord for whoever who wants to join it. It'll be down here in the description. Thingamabob. So, yeah. Check that out if you want to, and join if you would like. Thanks. Alright, so from what I understand, they can also sit in the Ecto-1. So let's find out. But before we do that, we gotta appreciate these tail fins. Just look at them. Amazing. I'm happy that they chose the Cadillac for this. The only one I ever see driving is either Egon or Ray. I think that's Ray. Yeah, that's Ray. So we'll have Egon as the driver this time. Okay, I'm curious. Does it have gas pedals? Why is it so dirty in here? Anyways, so I'm gonna see if this has like gas pedals. And oh my goodness, it does. And they painted some of the stuff in here. Look at that interior. How far? Okay, there we go. That is so cool. You know, let's take everything out the back, and we'll see what it looks like in there too. Yo, that looks so sick! This is your POV as a proton pack. Imagine being a proton pack. And in here, we can get a look through here. That's cool. That is amazing. Alright, let's put everybody in here. Alright, we finally got Egon in the driver's seat. Hold on, let me turn that off. There we go. We got Egon as the driver. Now we're gonna put Zedmore in the passenger and Ray in the middle. Alright, here's the main three in the Ecto-1. There we go. They're sitting there just a little uncomfortably, but not as uncomfortably as him. He's very hunched over, like me. I have peak gaming posture right now. That's me. That's me, basically. And of course, I got a lot more stuff. I got like an SD card. I got these magnet tiles, so you can put one down and then one. They're plastic with magnets around the edge, so you can put them together and make all sorts of stuff. I've already made a giant Titanic. I can make all sorts of stuff now. So oh, what else did I get? Oh, I got an Xbox controller because the one I got right now had very bad stick drift. It was terrible. Alright. I think that is the end of this video. Of course we need to review this. This is a toy review. I am going to rate this a 9 out of 10. It's amazing. It is incredibly detailed. The only thing I don't like is how hunched over he is, and how I can't have the proton blasters standing up. They have to be like laying on their side in the back. Like, see, oh. And apparently they don't stick very well. But still, 9 out of 10, I would recommend buying this, because this is just awesome. I don't know how to end this, so, sayonara.